suggestions for better readability. Maximum preferable parameters are single digit parameters only. Single digit అంటే 9 or 10 అంతే. అంటే 0 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 9. So preferable as per the coding standards single digit parameters. But sir, my program demanding the 20 parameters, sir. Don't use this parameters concept. Introduce the another concept. The coding standards. Okay, you are defining 20 10 parameters based on requirement. No, it's a bad programming. Not good programming. Sir, remember, sir, one practical. You define the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 parameters you define. Suppose. Define long back. But that function today you are calling. Today you are calling that function. But when you are calling the function, you have to supply 20 values or not? Which value, which order? Order. Not remembering. Confirm. 20 parameters, you define the order in certain order a few days back. That function today you are calling. But now when I'm calling the function at 20 values, I have to supply. What is my typing order of the 20 values? As per that order. That order, remember? But the complication is easier. Then only no more parameters. Prefer only less number of parameters. Better coding. So maximum preferable is the single digit. System allows 1000 also, but we have to prefer only single digit. Safety, better coding. But car allows to drive the 230, 240 also, but don't drive. A normal 1500 cc car, 1.5 liter cc car, we can drive 240, 250 also. Possible. If road is good, we can drive it. But in the 240, 250 speed, if any small disturbances happen, sir, double confirm ticket, not confirm adi. Double AC berth. AC berth, double berth confirmed anamata. Reason, 200 above speed, if you apply the brake, 140, 150, a car not stopping controlling, sir, if you apply the brake properly. The 200 speed. And they given కదా sir speedometer, they are giving, but we should not drive for our safety. If you drive it, you are always in waiting list and meaning. I'm extreme level driver, sir. Extreme level driver. మనకి రీసెంట్లీ అంటే ఓ ఫ్యూ ఇయర్స్ బ్యాక్ 1-2 years back in Chennai a small accident is happens. The name Narayan Karthikeyan అనుకుంటా I think. Chennai, Tamil Nadu person, Chennai. You know, na, he is the number one Formula driver in India. Formula One drive winner also. But he did the accident. Compared to that, we are great drivers. Is the Formula One racer winner. When driving in the Chennai routes, to the high speed, car is out of the control, it's directly hitting to the tree, a big banyan tree, something ever hitting. Car piece happens. Spotted. But he's a Formula One racer winner. Formula One racer, you know how they are driving the cars. But he is unable to control the vehicle. So compared to that person, we are shorter persons. So that is the things that system allowing the 1000 also, but we should not drive the 1000. One hero Ajit is there, na Tamil hero. He is also number one driver racer, but recently he also got accident. Recently, he also did the accident. He's also Formula racer. He also got the accident. We are racers అంటే their skill set different అది. Their driving levels different. We are just driving 140, 150, but that skill different, our skill is different. So maximum single digit preferable, sir. But some situations, some programs need the more data also, more parameters. But what to do, sir? Instead of using this normal parameters, when a recent completed topic is there, na arrays you have to use. Coding standards. So use the arrays inside in place of normal parameters. So array, but it's working like as a parameter, array parameters. Array parameters. When you need the 3, 4, 5, 6, sir, go for normally A comma, B comma, C comma, D comma, it's okay. When you are increasing the count more, stop this normal parameters, use one single array parameter. Now we can store 1 lakh of values also in this one, but handling is only one parameter. That is the good coding. Right. How can say it's a good coding only, sir? You are writing main method again. Main inside we have array parameter. That is my proof explanation. But why main also using array? Can handle easily n number of values. Easily. I mean, your Java main method also using the array as a parameter. C language also using. .NET also I think using. A live example is there. That is one small guideline, sir. Next one, well, comes to return. How many values we can return, sir, at a time? Only one value. At a time, one variable or one expression or one value we can return it. But my logic demanding to return the 2, 3 values, sir. Sometimes demanding it. Then what to do, sir? 2, 3 return statements you should not write. If you write that one, we'll get maybe violation of the guidelines or errors also comes. Then what is the alternative, sir? When you want to return the more values, use the again arrays. Here is a topic working like that. How it is possible, sir? How many values you want to return? Store that all the things first in array. Return A. But how many steps? One statement. System syntax I'm following. But array inside I'm internally maintaining the n number of values. A function, a method can return only one value. But some situations you should return multiple values. Example, మనకి recently slice method explained. Remember? It is slicing the array. After slicing the array, it is returns more than one element or not. Then how they returns are in the form of array. That they see that one. I'm using A1 equals to. This is array created internally or not? Array created, and that 4 elements are stored in this array. That is the process. Live example. So both scenarios, arrays is the one of the solution. If array not interested, sir, we have one more solution that we have to use the collection object. Both scenarios, another solution is the collection object. If you want to return more than one value, array is one solution, collection is one solution. If you want to pass the more than one value, array is one solution, collection object is another solutions. So that's all, sir, information. So first I'm going to demonstrating on named functions. So take the empty file, start the JavaScript, external JavaScript I'm using. Functions all I'm covering with the external JavaScript. A function is developed in separate file calling from the HTML. So defining named functions. The first function, very simple function, sir. Finding the sum of two numbers. Add of x comma y. So named functions dot. Okay. I saved this program with a named funds.js. End of the program, I'll demonstrate that one. Named funds.js. Function followed by add of x comma y. Function followed by add x. So this is the name of the function and these two are the parameters. Parameters. Which parameters are? We have two pronunciations. One is the formal parameters. This xy we can call as a formal parameters. While calling of the function, what you are passing the data, that is called as the actual parameters. Formal parameters x. Yesterday source destination two places I explained. Source place is called as actual parameters. Destination place is called as the formal parameters. And another name is also there. One side we can call as parameters, one side we can call as arguments. Source place is called as parameters, receiving place is called as arguments. Sending parameter, receiving arguments. Sending parameter, receiving is a argument. So arguments are parameters two, but somebody is getting confusion with these two. Then only we are saying another pronunciation, actual parameters, formal parameters. But original pronunciation, one side parameter, another side arguments. Example, go to main method again. A brackets inside with which name is available? ARGS. ARGS full form is arguments, not parameter. Reality. So function inside declared is called as argument. When you are calling the function, what you are going to passing, that is called as the parameter. But two pronunciations together, sometimes we are getting confusion. In that place, jumbling also happens. Then only single pronunciation parameter, sending actual, receiving a formal. I'm sending my data, somebody is going to receive. My data is actual data. Who receives my data? That is called as a formal, just for formality. If anybody comes to your home, what you are doing? Closing the door. One of relatives or some known persons, they came to your home, closing the door. No, just for, if you are not interested with those persons or family, something differences. But they came to our home. Just for formality, we have to receive. Just for formality, we should ask it, how are you? Just for formality, we can offer one glass of water. All are formalities. Not from here, just our formalities. Who came to your home, that is your nearest dearest, sir. But now everything is coming from here. Observe in your families, your father or mother, observe that one. A receiving style is different thing. Depends upon the opposite person. Formality we are asking, drink some water. Formality we are asking, you want to coffee or you want to tea, like that. All that formalities. A receiving person is called as the formality. Sending person is called as actual. I already said no keywords, just name of the variable only. And inside that one, return followed by x plus y. Return the sum of x and y. So just finding the sum of two numbers and returning that sum. And define one more function. Function followed by is prime. Another function. And it takes one as a argument, one value as a point. Let flag equals to true or I equals to 2, I is less than or equals to n by 2 and I plus plus. So inside this for loop, a small if condition, if n percentage I equals to 0, Change the flag variable to false and break. Change the flag variable to false and break it. So what is this, sir? Checking the given number is prime number or not in the shortest way and quickest way. This is the very shortcut in the sense, not line. So very quickly it is deciding you are the prime or not. Next, last one, return followed by flag. The last one is return followed by flag. A flag inside true available or false available. Which value is available? That value is going to returns. Message, sir. A message doesn't comes. I need clear message, sir. Given number is prime. Given number is not prime. A clear message required, sir. But then you have to write the step like this. Return followed by. Generally, we are writing if condition. Yesterday I suggested that one. Don't overuse the if condition. Use the ternary operator. Because if I write the if condition, we'll get the 4 lines. If you use the ternary operator, single line, very shortcut. And that is the better coding. So return followed by flag question mark. Conditions are, last session I said by default it checks always with true. Condition is always checks with true. Last 2 days low, somewhere I said this point here. So what to do, sir? Write a small message. Given number is prime. A message a prime number colon, not a prime number. So not a prime number. This is the step. Sir, 2 returns you placed, sir. No. One return. I'm just showing this is one way of the code. If I follow the first return statement, like as our arrays include method, we'll get the answer true or false. If it is prime number, answer is true. If it is not prime number, answer is false. No, sir, true, false, I don't like, sir. I need clear message, sir. Then use this one. So which one you interested? Follow that one. I interested this one. So parameters, return statement, awareness, these 2 functions I developed here. So both functions taking the parameters and both functions are returning the values. Previously, how many times we used the functions? 7 times almost. 7 times no parameters and no return values. Previously, when I developed the functions topic, I never used any parameters. I never used any. Then only separately I'm showing the example. Right? Just covering of the parameters and return statement point. So external JavaScript is completed, sir. And I saved this program with the name of named functions.js. Saving also done. Then start the HTML. So this is our regular program outline. Linking is already done here. So then start the calling of the functions. So before that, named functions. So script started. Let res equals to add of 10 comma 20. I'm calling the function add. Where is the function, sir? This function I already defined in the external JavaScript. That information we given to browser already. But actually browser what it is doing, sir, and when you are calling the function, first they're searching in the same program. Current program it's searching. Any internal function is there or not? By chance internal function not found, then it is searching in the external function. First priority is always for local. Local is not found, then only it is going to outer global. Compulsory adi. Functions, variables, so always working first local formula and then non-local formula. College admissions, first priority, locals. Jobs, first priority, local candidates, then only non-local priorities. But now a new comment is started in the market. Non-locals they're removing and not exactly proposal, especially in the Telangana state. Non-local quota available na 15% in engineering or medicine, they are going to removing that. It's a planning and other states peoples they should not join in the Telangana engineering and medicine if it is implemented. Government proposal. Hmm? Hmm. Right now, what's current every college is 10 to 15% non-local category seats available. Other states peoples they come and join in that non-local category. All government private sectors, but some of these states they are planning to change that rule. Why, sir? To get the more seats for the local candidates only. If implemented, in every student they have to study in their state only. Other states coming is not possible. They're planning, or when implementing, no idea. So, first priority for locals, second priority for non-locals. Programs also following like that only. Why, sir? Programming also developed by human being only. Kada? Human being mentality following. So, it directly not goes to this one, sir. It's very first searching. Is there any function defined in this program? Yes, defined. Run that one only. Not defined, sir. Then search in the external. Next, function calling is completed. I'm just going to printing the result. So sum is dollar sum. Data printing. Next, the second function also I'm calling in the same manner, sir. A small sentence formation. 15 is prime. I just asked the question. My function giving the reply. True or false it is going to returns. Similarly, one more function time. So 73 is prime. Is prime of 70. Same function I called the two times, except that nothing special. Reasons are, yesterday we discussed the theory part. Functions are the reusable. Reusability, I'm just going to demonstrating here. So add function I called only one time only, but prime function I call the two times. Any function we can call number of times, sir. So 15 is not prime number, but I think 73 is the first. Then we'll see remaining explanations. Hmm? line number. Okay. So sum is 30, 15 is prime, false, and 73 is prime, true. Two functions working properly, and we got the result also here. Now I'll just demonstrate the execution flow. See that one. So HTML JavaScript program side by side I placed here. Why sir? Execution flow I'm going to demonstrating how it is running and just a flow I'm going to display. So this is my function calling. This is function calling. And what is this 10 and 20 sir? Parameters. And x and y are arguments. 10 and 20 parameters, x and y is arguments. Or another way sir, 10 and 20 is called as actual parameters. X and y is called as the formal parameters. You are sending the data. Which data? Original data of the program. Opposite person catching the data. A catching person is called as formality. So the total statement is called as function calling. I'll write the comment also here. I'm calling the function. But what is this that I already mentioned, defining the functions. So first I defined the function, then I'm calling the functional. When you are calling, I already said first it is searching inside your program, not found, then searching in the external program. So this is calling statement and it is jumping to this place. Jumping. Can I see the jumping as I will explain the if conditions for loops low. Remember? In tracing program, we can see the jumping and open the program in debugging mode, create the bookmark and run. Really control jumping to that program. After that, again coming back to your program. A clear transportation, you can see like this. No problem. Possible. I'm showing the diagram of the following. Calling. When I'm calling the data, I'm also passing my values. The values are called as the 10, 20. Two parameters I'm passing are here. And the two parameters for moving. Wherever you goes, your data follows. And finally, the 10 is received by the X and the 20 is received by the Y. How can say, sir, 10 received by the X only, 20 is received by the Y only, sir? Blind operations. Blind. What is a blind operation, sir? Positional. Because recently arrays destructuring process, I said. First one, second one, third one is goes to third one. Your first actual parameter received by the first formal parameter. Second actual parameters received by the second formal parameters. No guidelines. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5. Sending, receiving. Jointing is like this. So when you are sending the data, your first value received by the function inside first parameter. Your second value received by the function inside second parameter. That's called as the blind mapping. Any other pronunciation of this one, sir? Positional notation. This is called as positional notation. So positional notation. As per the positions, it is exchanging data. One position goes to one position, second position goes to second position, third position goes to third position. This type of passing data is called as positional notations. I think nobody doesn't knows this sound. Next one more notation is there. What is that one, sir? Name notations available. Positional notation one, no, name notation. But most of the languages, name notations not supported. A few languages are supported, maximum languages they're not supported. Name notation means, sir, when you are passing the data, you can clearly mention this value should taken by the X, this value should be taken by the Y, and clearly you can write the code. Possible. Which language, sir? On a current, I don't know all languages. I know either 4 or 5 languages. In that 4 or 5 languages, so Oracle supported this one. .NET also, no? I enjoy. So .NET also support Danta. Java not supported. C not supported. Even JavaScript also not supported. So .NET support and .NET candidate is set. And Oracle supported, I know very well. Oracle inside also functions topic available. You are defining your own functions in Oracle also. So while defining of the functions, you should work with the parameters like that. Name notation ante this one, sir. You are calling the add function. I'm sending the some 10 comma 20, sir. Suppose. But 10 which parameter should receive, that I can mention here only. How, sir? So 10 is received by the Y, 20 is received by the X. Reason, but if I write here X only, that is no use for us. Name notation, position notation, both are working in the same. Name notation special what, sir? And you can send the data your own order, not as per the function definition order. When you are sending the data, you can mention it clearly. This value should goes to that one, this value should goes to this one. So order changing is possible and matadi. That is matter. But now as per this one, first parameter goes to second one. Second one is goes to first one because names I mentioned clearly. This is called as name notation. Some languages have supported this one. Okay, data received and data is substituting in your X and Y and finding the sum. Total ready. But now this total I'm going to returning like this. That is return means that one. But that function is sending data back to your program. That is what yesterday. You are sending the data that one. That function also sending data back to us. This is journey and this is the return journey. Return means through the value. Who is going to catching that value, sir? My caller program. That value stores into RES. But when I'm sending my data, somebody is receiving there or not? Like that, somebody is also sending data to me. So I have to receive compulsory. Where you are receiving that one, sir? Into RES. Into RES. The returned value is stored into RES. That is the processor. So this is the communication system between the functions, sir. It is available in the same program or it is available in other program. This is the communication system. So one small guideline here. If any function or method returning the value, you must be catch it as compulsory. If you are not catched that value, sir, function calling waste. But I'm sending my parameters, sir. Opposite function not received. How will get the answer? Like that, opposite person giving the answer, kada, I should listen. Then only proper communication is going on. So if any function is returning the value, if any function is method is returning the value, that value should be catched into somewhere in your program. And here where I catched that one, sir, RES first time. But second time that value I'm catching into directly on the screen. But I'm not interested to store the value, sir. Then only I'm directly printing on the screen. What is the value written by the is primo? Print on the web page. So you one of these two things compulsory you have to perform. The return value should be catch and store into one variable, or return value directly print onto the screen. Compulsory one of that. If I'm not performed anything, sir, why you developed the program you don't know? Why the program is running, browser also doesn't know. But you developed, I'm running. Reasons I don't know. Next. I said these are the parameters. While working with these parameters, we need to follow any guidelines or rules and regulations as said? No, sir. But programming language said you have a lot of rules and regulations. But JavaScript together, no rules, no regulations. You'll enjoy yourself also. Java, C, maybe .NET also. You have data types in .NET. Data types available with the rules and regulations compulsory. Maybe you know already you learn in Java, .NET, those all the guidelines. While dealing of the parameters, compulsory 3 to 4 rules and regulations mandatory to follow. If you are not followed that rules are program throwing out. But in my JavaScript, no need to follow any rules, not available. If available, I have to follow. Not available, then how can follow it? Idea purpose I am saying. Well, tomorrow, Shivkumar parameters, rules, not regulations not explained. Our Java faculty explained and comment raising. Not available in my subject. No, no rules and regulations, Java candidates. What are the rules we have to follow while dealing with parameters? Sure. Huh? Or nine. Okay. I don't need to touch that point. Leave it. Next, another information. All parameters are local variables. Every parameter is a local variable only. But we have already local variables, sir. Function, if flag is there, na local variable. N actually parameter, but pronunciation parameter, but memory concept is local variable. But I is block level variable. I is block level variable. Flag is local variable. N is parameter. But flag N both are the locals only treatment. Both are locals only. How can say that one, sir? When you are entering into function, memory allocated for the x and y. When you are exiting the function, memory is deallocated for the x and y. Same points I explained in local variables also previous examples. So we are entering into functions, sir. Memory allocated for both parameters and local variables. We are exiting from the functions, sir. Memory deallocated for the both parameters and local variables. So every parameter basically local variables. Somebody is getting the doubt. Sir, already we have local variables like this. Then why these parameters are local variables? We can declare it together directly. Then why we should go for parameters? Because both are local variables, I am saying. Both lifespan is same. Both memory allocation time is same. Both memory deallocation time is also same only. Then why two things I can manage with the local variables here? Why? Mm. Mm. Local variables not dynamic. Point what I'm raising and all parameters I'm saying as unofficially local variables, right? We know local variables kada, why we have to use these parameters and because this is also local variable. It is also local variable. You know very well this one. We can manage with this only kada. Why parameters extra I'm asking. Uh, uh, uh. Local variable why? Huh? Other calculations. Internal calculation. But what is this one? Operation. On which one we performed? Parameters. The parameters also calculations doing other. Is it calculation or not? Internal operation? But internal operation we directly applied on parameters. Even these also, you go see this one. N percentage I. What is that N? Already worked concept. Already completed topic. Some different subjects. No responses. Half online. He only either something tried. Half answer correct, but half answer wrong. Here, you all are the coding students. Every day you are using parameters or not? Every day you are using written values. Almost you are working. Then difference I am asking. Parameters guidelines, you said no ideas, sir. Almost you said no idea. Huh? But you are working with parameters. Too bad, na? Mostly you said no idea parameters, rules and regulations. But daily we are using in programs, sir. Hindi, sir. Now, second point. Already local variables available. Why you should go for the parameters? And almost only pin drop silence. Huh? Formula. Ah, ah. Next, local variables. To pass the value at the time of function call. What is that one? Local variable or parameter? But then what is use of local variables? Huh? Question correct, sir. It's a perfect question. You can check the Google. It's one of FAQ also. Check in Google evening. What is difference between the parameters and local variables? So one of your FAQ. Okay. ఇప్పుడు మనకి రీసెంట్లీ వాటర్ బాటిల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ కదా మేడం ఆబ్సెంట్ టుడే ఎస్టర్డే ఐ సెడ్ డోంట్ ఆబ్సెంట్ అంటే టుడే నా ఆబ్సెంట్ అది ఒక వాటర్ బాటిల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్ దేర్ యు ఆర్ ఫిల్లింగ్ ద వాటర్ ఇన్ టు బాటిల్ టు కన్స్యూమ్ దట్ వాటర్ టు టేక్ దట్ వాటర్ దిస్ 1 hour 40 minutes without going out coming but how the water comes into bottle filling how you are filling ఇక్కడ outside మన వాటర్ ఫిల్టర్ అవైలబుల్ వాటర్ స్టోరేజ్ కూలర్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ దేర్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ వాటర్ సో యూఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు స్విచ్చింగ్ ఆన్ ద ట్యాప్ వాటర్ ఈస్ కమ్స్ టు బాటిల్ రైట్ then cap closed tap is also switch on tank inside what we have water bottle inside also what we are getting water how the water comes to tank to bottle tap right a tap water the water is giving where it is storing bottle So bottle is the local variable, tap is the parameter. Tap is parameter. The piping system is there, na? Those are the parameters. What is the use of pipe? To transport the water. The transported water, if you want to store pipe, you are using a bucket, you are using a bucket is local parameter. Tub is local parameter. Bottle is local variables. Because you are storing that all the water in the tub. How much time? Lifelong or temporary? Maximum 1 hour or 2 hours. And then water bottle is getting free, empty. All local variables are temporary or permanent? Temporary. So your water bottle, your glass, your cup, your mug, your bucket, your binda, your tepala. These all are the local variables. For water, how it comes into these all items? From the tank. Maybe a overhead tank or this tank. Tank who sir and this is our tank. Our original program data is there, na? That is the tank or filter. Inside that your original data is there. This data we are passing to there and storing. Pipe system required. The pipe system is called as what I did in the drawing diagram, that one. The pipe system. Data flowing from this side to this side. So now bolo. Difference between local variables and parameters. Parameters are for transporting the data, variables for storing the data. Transportation, storing, both are not same. Both are not same, but we are feeling same. Without basics, if you write the high level code also, no use. No use. Fundamentals main. Parameters are input values, local variables are output values. Okay. Clear a point? So we need parameters for transportation. We need the storage locally. That is for the local variables. I can also do one thing, sir. Why we have to time waste discussing like this? What you know previously like that, fast complete the topic. Parameters related one question, one point also not answering properly. Check last 40 minutes onwards, almost 5 points I raised. Parameters related. He given either one answer and he given out of 5. Remaining all are number of parameters, no answer. Preferable parameters count, no response. Rules and regulations, remaining no answer. Why we have to discuss here? Time waste. Time saving. Okay, see the last point here about the function executed. When I call this function, but now this total function, system allocating the memory block. If I want to run the function inside coding instructions, I should allocate the memory for that function. Where it is allocating the memory for these functions are in stack area. Stack area, ne? Which function you called, that function comes to stack area. Or before coming to stack area, where it is available previously, sir? It is available in the heap area. Heap area. Reason, remember, functions are the another non-primitive data type. Second, first arrays, second is the functions. We already said coming 3 topics, non-primitive data types, referensive data types. But this total function already available in the heap area. When you call that function, this heap area function, one copy is alerting in the stack area. Original function still in heap area, no, because it's reusable. Up to end of the program, it's staying in the heap area. Whenever you are calling the function, every time one copy is sending to stack area. So placing the function in the stack area and running the step by step, step by step. Whenever the function completed, sir, it is removed from the stack area. But still your original copy is available in heap area. Original copy always in heap area. All these are the duplicate copies. So how many times you call the function, sir? That number of times it is allocating the memory in stack area, stack area, stack area. So this is the function's internal details, parameters and return values, sir. Hmm? And now I'm moving to the second type of functions, so expressional functions and also called as, sorry, expressional functions. And third one is the arrow functions. Both at a time I'm going to explaining. Well, just few minutes back, I said that function is also one data type unknown. Hmm? Proof, sir. Proof is this one. Arrays are non-primitive data type. Functions also non-primitive data type. If I want to print the array, what we did, almost 16 examples, we developed an arrays. Whenever I want to print the array, what is the statement? You just write the array name here. Stand up, all of you.